A corporation buys a company. First move, strip the veterans of their benefits. Second move, try to quietly replace the one man they cannot afford to lose. Third move, accidentally hand him the weapon that brings the whole thing down. This is what happens when suits underestimate a man who has nothing left to lose. This is quiet ruling. The company had been family-owned for decades. 3 shifts, 250 people, and one of the most generous vacation policies you'll ever hear of. Work there 25 years or more. You earned 8 weeks of vacation and 2 weeks of personal time per year. Then the owner decided to retire. He sold to a corporation and promised everyone that very little would change. It changed immediately. The new company cut maximum vacation to 4 weeks, eliminated personal time entirely. Anyone who had accrued more than that had until December 31st to use it, or lose it. No payout. Then they went into the office and fired everyone close to retirement, including the backup for a man named Jimmy. Jimmy had started at this company at 20 years old. He was now 63, and he made one very specific part, a sealed electronic control module that almost nobody else in the building knew how to produce. The new management knew this. So they hired a new kid to train under Jimmy, almost certainly to replace him permanently. What they did not account for was the rule change they had just made. Under the old system, vacation had to be approved in advance. Under the new system, you could just call in and take it. On the first day the new hire was scheduled for training, Jimmy called in. He informed the company he would be using all of his remaining time off, at once, 10 weeks, and he left. For 10 weeks, while the company ran down its stockpile of Jimmy's parts, Jimmy was not sitting at home. He was applying for jobs. He found one, and he started. The day Jimmy was supposed to return, he didn't. For 2 days, management called. They went to his house. Nothing. On day 3, Jimmy called in. He resigned. The parts Jimmy made were patented by the original founder. You could not find someone off the street to replicate them. The company had no backup, no documentation, and no leverage. They had to go back to the original owner and ask him to come in and train new hires. When the original owner heard what they had done to his people, he was not sympathetic. He charged them a 7-figure contract to do it, and they paid it, because the alternative was shutting down. Here is what the new management actually did. They identified their most critical dependency. Then they removed every reason that person had to stay, while simultaneously removing the approval gate that had previously stopped him from walking out on his own terms. They handed Jimmy the exit and called it a policy update. Jimmy didn't burn anything down. He didn't threaten anyone. He followed every rule the company had just written. That is the move, not rage, not escalation. Patience, precision, and letting them destroy themselves with their own decisions. The company thought they were replacing a 63-year-old man. What they were actually doing was paying 7 figures to learn that lesson. Quiet ruling.